Okay, back again. I've prepared this little vase, this little jug as well. I just wanted to show you the template. So this is the template for the other jug, and this is the template for this little jug. And you know, like I did with the big jug, you know, smoothing your rim like this, it could also work really well with your cups, so that you have a little bit more control over what you're doing.
And you do it on both sides.
And I did it on both sides, exactly. Now I'm just gonna assemble it. This is one of my jugs where I use the folding technique, similar to darts, or what you would use for if you were dressmaking. Okay, so we've got little darts here for the base, and then I'll close up the seam here. Okay, and then it gets a little foot. You can see, and this is quite common, this little tear that you get sometimes in the corners if you haven't been fast enough about putting your vessel together. And that's just the balance between a soft, you know, working with soft slabs and hard slabs. Sometimes this is just one of the disadvantages of letting it firm up. So these you can either compress like I've just done. You can just take a kidney or a knife and just, you know, compress anything you get, but you could also take advantage of that and make it into a little feature. If you take a piece of clay, sorry, didn't have any clay on hand. Spit's always a good glue, and then you could turn it into a little feature of your vessel. One on the other side. And then it doesn't matter if it cracks, because quite frankly you can't see it. Okay, so there's the basic thing. Now you need to make it that the water will fall out of here easily. And for that it really needs to be quite thin, about 3 millimeters. And so what I do is I take some slip. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm pulling out the end. I'm pulling it like if you were just squeezing it and pulling it at the same time, to make it soft and to give it a sharpness. So once I've softened it enough, and it's about 2 or 3 millimeters, okay, then I'm going to hold on each side with my thumb and my index finger, and I'm just going to give it a shape. The water needs like a little throat, so you need to get down here, you know, and smooth it so that the water has a throat to follow, and that will allow the capillary action to work in your favor. Okay, so then I don't know if Kate can take this from the top. You can see the lip is thin, it's got a throat, and it's got a funnel to pour out of. Right, moving on to this larger vessel. Same thing. So first I'll look at the shape and whether I'm happy with it. It's gotten a little bit firm actually, to be honest, but anyway. And then I need to address the lip. And also, because I wasn't going to give this a handle, so I actually want to impress a little bit on the side so that there's somewhere to hold when I want to pour. Yeah? Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to pull this out with slip. And I'm just supporting the spout so that it doesn't stretch in the wrong direction, and then I'll keep a throat going. You can read up on adhesion, cohesion, and capillary action, because that will help you plan and design your spouts. I'm not going to go into that too much here. Just know that the water particles, they flow together by capillary action, and that's what you want to do here with your spout, is cut the water off in one foul, one movement, so that it doesn't drip all the way down the